And here you thought that I'd forgotten this series. Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Wilson and SamuraiHex. Welcome back to another episode of Derby County's Beta Save. It's been a while since I've returned to this. It's been about 3 months, I want to say, 2 to 3 months. Late November it's now, or late November or early December, and it's now in February time as I record this. So yeah, a long time. Now, I had this save ready for the 3rd season, but I've just not done it for whatever reason. Well, to be honest, it's because of my family issues, but hey, I've resolved them and now I can come back to this and finish the final season with Derby. So if you're excited for that final season, which will be in the Premier League, because we've got 2 back-to-back promotions as champions from League 1 and then to the Championship in our first 2 seasons with Derby. So if you want to see us do well in the Premier League, which we're going to need considering we're kind of still a League 1 club, give the video a like. It helps the channel out immensely. You can also subscribe as well if you're a returning viewer or a new viewer, whatever, that hasn't already. And while you're at it, hit the bell as well so you get push notifications so you never miss an upload. And while you're at it, why don't you also check all my links down in the description below. So yeah, if you're having to familiarise yourself with this series again, a bit like I have to do, last season we won the championship quite easily, really. 5 points over Leeds and 7 points over 3rd place Blackburn. And teams going down were Wigan, Swansea, and Watford. Team going up with us and Leeds were Middlesbrough. But yeah, considering Derby the season previously had literally been a League 1 club, got promoted first place first season, and this is the 2nd season. I got promoted again. Media prediction at the time was 21st place. It's probably now 4th. But yeah, it shows you how much we've improved. And now, with a whole lot of transfers to do, in the hope that we will survive the Premier League, and then we'll see in the future in another episode that follows this one, and we'll see how the AI took Derby after we took them quite well back to the Prem. So yeah, we've got to share a load of transfers because we're now 2nd of September 2025. First off, let's show you the ones that left or joined before the start of the new season. So a few players were loaned out like Carlos Richard, Dudjak and Kamara. We then sold Ryan Bertrand to QPR. If I remember correctly, from a long time ago when I was doing this save, he was regular starter agreeing time with us, and yet he was just not good enough for the Prem. So we sold him for £300,000 to QPR. Tom Lamb, one of our regens, is also gone. And we also sold Joe Ward, who was another player who was not good enough for the move up to the Premier League. He's left for £900,000 and £1 million. And we also sold Joe Ward, who was with us at the start of the game, as he is in real life. He has also gone to QPR, 2.1 million. I don't know whether that was a fee in his deal or something along those lines. I do not know, I kind of forgot. Yeah, he's left. In terms of the players that joined originally though, Liam Scales joined us as our regular starter centre back left back. Callum Chambers also joined us. Tyler Fletcher, another player that joined us just as a youngster. Thomas Suarez, another youngster who's joined us. Demi Oyetunde, another youngster who's joined us. Ilias Akamoch, who has joined us on loan from Villarreal. Andrei Franco also joined us for £6 million from Wolves. And Kovacevic joins us as our new regular starter, important player, whatever you can say, first choice goalkeeper from Rakav, Chestoscava. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I struggle. But basically the team that won the Esterklasse in real life last season. In terms of going into the new year, Tony Weston was loaned out. So was Andy Williams, I think wonder kid goalkeeper. Well, he's not wonder kid, but he practically is. He looks that good at 17. Charlie Lindsay was also loaned out to Fleetwood alongside Andy Williams, who was in our first team plans over the past 2 seasons, but just not good enough for the step up. Rio Talea also went on loan to Kettering. Addison, who we signed last season as just a fringe player, he has been loaned out to Stockport. Montgomery's been loaned out. Wilden's been loaned out. Vrid has been loaned out. Harry Evans has been loaned out, along with Harry Hawkins. Jack Morehouse was sold, just a youngster who probably would never get to the Premier League, and Portsmouth offered £700,000, rising to £800,000, and we accepted that. Then we loaned out Augustine, Shay Sparks, Owen Ames, Albie Arman, and finally we sold Simon Goodass, who joined us last season as our kind of regular star, but he never really got that amount, and so we tried to get him sold. It was worth about 20 million, but we eventually got himself for 10 to Cordova. And we also sold Alexander Souza for £9 million to Reading. Crazy amounts of money for a player of his quality. He joined us in the first season, halfway through the season, where he did quite decently. He did decently last season as well, but he's just not good enough for the step up to the Premier League. So Reading have bought him. The people that did join us permanently, Kaká has joined us as our emergency backup centre-back DM for some reason. He's more than that though. Max McKnight also joined us as a breakthrough prospect. Then we bought Luka Topolovic, a wonder kid, 3.5 star from Domzale in, I think, Slovenia. Yeah, Slovenia. Lingoyi joined us on a free transfer from Juventus. Juninho Bacuna also joined us just as a backup from Birmingham. Ross Barkley joined us on a free transfer from Luton. Dylan Williams, who you might remember if you're a Derby fan, was a Derby player coming from the academy, but we sold him to Chelsea. Well, he was being loaned out to League One, Championship and League Two clubs over the past few seasons, and we then signed him permanently back up with us, just because of him being ex-Derby. Danny Ings also joined us for £9 million from West Ham. Then we also signed Amari Kellyman on loan once again last season. He had a very good loan with us from Aston Villa, where he got 10 goals and 10 assists. And yeah, he's come and joined us in the Premier League, where hopefully next season, if we had one, we would have bought him, but we're not having another next season unless we get a load of likes, and I might do a 5th season. I do not know, but how it's going, I don't think I'll be doing a 4th or 5th season. I was thinking about it, but maybe next year in next FM, but not this FM. And we also bought Jay Stansfield. Most of our money went on him at £35 million. Last season he was very good. I know he's meant to be a striker, but he must have played as a right winger for us and got a load of assists and goals. So we signed £35 million for him. From Fulham, Rio Kieterman, another youngster who's joined us on a free transfer. Then we signed Felipe Sanchez from Gymnasia, £3.6 million, rising to 4.7. Vagianidis. We also signed from Panethiniikos Panathinaikos. I don't know how to pronounce these names. I don't know. I know how you pronounce it, but I just can't say it. It's way too early to be pronouncing Panathinaikos. I think that's how you pronounce it. Panathinaikos. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. But yeah, he joined us for 4.9 million. Freundorf also joined us on a free transfer. Who's immediately been loaned out to Sidama Coffee in Ethiopia after joining us on a free transfer from Liverpool. Franco Gonzalez was our last signing, 21-year-old from Penarol for £3 million. Hopefully he'll be a good squad player for us. In terms of a quick look at released players, Conor Horan was let go. He's now retired. Kane Wilson was also let go. Kwaku Adoro was also let go. Tyrese Forner was let go because we needed better players that were better than him. In Washington, we wanted him gone for ages. He finally left. And Ryan Bartley, who also left, who was a youngster who joined us in League One, was loaned out to Tamworth, and he's now with Braintree. Currently, Omar Osman Kamara might be going to Ebbsfleet, but yeah, all pre-season was a win every single game apart from Cracovia, which we drew, and then opening game of the season we lost 2-1 to Tottenham, then ended up going to Norwich and beating them 4-1 away from home. In P Dons, we won 3-1 in the AFL Cup second round, and then we've recently just played Man City and lost 2-1, and that currently leaves us in 11th. At the start of the season, which is amazingly well done by us, as if you go to season preview, we are apparently 19th best team in the league, with 700 to 1 favourites to win the title. So yeah, very much favourites to go down alongside Middlesbrough, but so far it's been going good. More results have happened. We played Arsenal after the Man City game. We beat them 3-2 of all things. Then played Wolves and lost 1-0. We beat Huddersfield 4-0 in the third round of the FA Cup, or the EFL Cup. Then lost 4-1 to Aston Villa, but beat Man U 1-0 away from home. Then drew 2-2 with Middlesbrough and 0-0 with Bournemouth, but beat Brighton in the fourth round of the EFL Cup. That currently keeps us in 10th place and into the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. So really not bad so far. Got to the 1st of January. More results have been going, and more of them have been really, really good. So after winning in the fourth round against Brighton, but then went against them again at home and beat them 2-0. Then played Newcastle and Leeds and beat them 1-0 and 2-0. Drew with Crystal Palace 1-1. Drew with Southampton 1-1 and then Everton 1-1. But beat Brentford 2-0 and also beat them on penalties 1-1 in the quarter-final, where we will now play Liverpool. Then West Ham we drew 2-2, Liverpool we lost 2-0, and Chelsea we got a 4-4 draw. It currently keeps us in 8th place. 8th place for Derby County. We're also playing Yeovil in the third round of the FA Cup, and yeah, we've got the semi-final against Liverpool. But in the Premier League, how it's going currently, Middlesbrough, who are worse, the only team worse than us, are 19th, and we're doing better than teams like Tottenham and West Ham and Brighton. So it should, and Newcastle. So we're just doing amazingly well. Season preview, we're now 800 to 1, but I don't think relegation's likely unless it goes completely wrong. Will we be relegated? And it's looking more likely that we can even get continental football, especially if we win the EFL Cup. But against Liverpool, it'll be a tough ask to beat that. So more transfers will happen because it's the end of the January transfer window. If we go quickly look at who has left, Jay Marsden, who was a youngster who was doing really well for us and has been playing quite often. He's been loaned out to Blackburn. After playing a few times in the Premier League, not doing too badly, but now he's been loaned out to Blackburn. Hopefully he'll do well, get better, and become our regular choice striker in the next few seasons. Dylan Williams was loaned out Some players that quickly loaned out. Osman Kumar was loaned out, Max McNally was loaned out, Tyler Fletcher was loaned out, and Owen Aseni was loaned out, all to lower league clubs. Stephen Lightball was loaned out to Patra Eston, and then Jamal Lascelles was sold to Sheffield Wednesday for 15 million. He was unhappy that he wasn't playing, and so we sold him. Ollie McBurney also unhappy because he wasn't playing. We sold him for 17 million to Almeria. Joshua Duffus, I think Doofus is not a very nice word sometimes. It's what some people say in kids, so I don't want to record him that. Yeah, Duffus, he's gone on loan to Exeter. Joe Duffy's gone on loan to Bristol City. And Kian Metton's gone on loan to Tamworth. Leon Goye, who joined us only this season, has been sold to Stoke for 3.1 million, rising to 3.9. He just did not look good enough, so we sold him. Hazley, Lewis Joseph Hazley was also loaned out at youngster. We also sold Jesse Lingard to Birmingham. He was getting game time, but not brilliant game time, so we just sold him. Got to try and get some money for him. His contract was running at the end of the season, so Lewis Brown was loaned out to Wigan. And we also sold Ryan Nyambi. He was not getting game time. He's been sold to Birmingham as well for 2.6 million. Travis was loaned out, and Addison, who was still in my first team plans eventually, but I thought he was only worth about 300,000 or 500,000, and Burnley came in with a good offer. I upped it to try and get 700,000 altogether, and they accepted it. So yeah, he's gone to them. Meanwhile, the people that have joined, Steve Lightball was one of the youngsters that joined, has been loaned out to Petro Eston. I forgot to say about that. He came in from Anderlecht. Keane Lewis Potter has joined us on a loan from Brentford. Jair Colahauzo has joined us on loan from Porto. They were sold Nelson Viper, a regular striker, hopefully our main choice striker for now. And Keito Nakamura has also joined us for £11 million, rising to 15 or just under 15 from Stade de Reims. Well, hopefully he will be a good player. In terms of the results for January, we beat Middlesbrough 1-0 in the Premier League, and then beat Yeovil 5-1 in the third round of the FA Cup. Drew 0-0 at home against Liverpool, and beat Man U at home 2-0. So 2 games against Man U, we beat them both times. That is a very good way to do that. However, we did go to Liverpool away from home and lost 1-0. So we're out of the EFL Cup in the semi-final. Brighton we drew 1-1, Cardiff we won 1-0, Bournemouth we drew 2-2, and unfortunately we lost to Chelsea 2-1. However, we're still 8th. 2 points behind Conference League football. It's just going so well. We're nowhere near relegation, and I doubt we'll be anywhere near it from now on. Nearly 20 points away from us and 18th place Everton, and modern results have happened. We've played Norwich, beat 2-1, beat them 2-1 I mean, and Tottenham drew 1-1, beat Brentford 2-1, beat Chelsea 2-1 in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Fortunately, when they went to West Ham and lost 1-0. However, we then got revenge on Liverpool for knocking us out of the Carabao Cup by beating them 1-0 at home. And in the quarter-final of the FA Cup, we beat Brentford 4-1, and Everton we drew 2-2. It currently takes us just out of getting European football because Liverpool won the Carabao Cup, and because of that, they get the Conference League position. So 7th place does no longer go to League. Because of that, it might do if Liverpool get higher than us and get into 5th or 6th, and then we might get in 7th, but it's looking unlikely. Right, we're finished the season now, and it didn't go well towards the end of the season, so We lost to Crystal Palace, we lost to Newcastle, and we drew against Southampton. However, in the FA Cup semi-final, we beat Tottenham 3-1, so we were in our second FA Cup final in 3 years. And considering our first FA Cup final was when we were in League One, yeah, so we've got big things to do and win the FA Cup. We played Leeds and won 3-0 against them. Then unfortunately got another poor run of results. Drew against Aston Villa, drew against Arsenal and lost against Man City. However, in the FA Cup final, we then beat Man City on penalties. So Derby County have got the second ever FA Cup, and it's just crazy. And then we did play Wolves 4-1. I think all this run of bad form here, knock off games against Tottenham, Leeds and Man City and Wolves, are mostly because these first 4 game bad run of forms was because of we're getting excited for the FA Cup semi-final, and these 3 bad run of results because we're getting excited for the FA Cup final. That's the only way I could assume we drew and lost them and had poor run of results. Because of that poor run of results, we did drop all the way down to 10th. We already got Conference League football in them because Liverpool ended up finishing 5th if we had finished 7th. But oh well, we did get Europa League though for next season by finishing winning the FA Cup. Finished 10th. Teams that got relegated: Everton, Southampton, Middlesbrough. Team that won the league was Chelsea, Man City, Man U, Aston Villa. All in the Champions League. Liverpool is in the Europa League, and Tottenham is in the Conference League. However, if anything to go by with the whole dealing with the coefficients, Liverpool will get 5th and 5th Champions League slot. Tottenham will get Europa League, and Arsenal will get Conference League. So yeah, it's a good job we won the FA Cup. But I reckon if we hadn't been in the FA Cup still, we would have easily got top 8, top 7, possibly. But yeah, that is that. The next episode in the Derby County saga that's been going since the beta will be a 5-year in advance episode. It might go longer depending on how long I get to sim before the next episode comes out. I might try and do 20 years now that I can think about it, if there's any, just to see what interesting things have happened. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, if you've enjoyed seeing Derby win an FA Cup, as well as getting into 10th place and top half in the first season back in the Premier League since the disastrous events of nearly 2 decades ago now, in the Premier League all those years ago. So yeah, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, whether you're a returning viewer who hasn't already, or a new viewer who's just found this channel out, and hit the bell as well, whether you are already subscribed or just subscribe, and you can hit the bell so you get push notifications so you never miss an upload. You can also comment a comment saying, boy am I so glad Derby County won the FA Cup again, and among other things. Unless you're a Forest fan, then stay out. I'm joking. Forest fans are allowed here, as much as we do joke with them, and they probably joke us with Derby. And while you're at it, why don't you go down into the description below and check out all my socials, my links, and try to click any that interests you, like Discord or Twitter/X or anything else, and just see them out. So yeah, I've been Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex, and I'll see you all next time. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.